Hi, Marty. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're recording. Okay, so on the left again is the NIH Ubix system. On the right is the event management guide. So first and foremost, let's just go through the process overview. This is how the process works. We're going to send out 4 email invitations. Anybody who's a D lead that you have not talked to is going to get 4 invites. Anybody that is a and B prospect or a C lead is going to get 2 invites. So email 1, 2, 3, and 4, they all start roughly a week ahead of time. And again, why do we send out 4? Because on average, our open rate is roughly 25%. So one of them should get through. Postcards. All A and B prospects, I suggest you get postcards. You probably don't have any more than, say, 100 to 200 A and B prospects. And if you do have more than that, they probably aren't in the correct stage. And so postcardbuilder.com, if you haven't set up an account there, you want to do that. Postcardbuilder.com. Adriana can get you information on that. That is where Adriana will work with you to export a list from Ubix, get it to Postcard Builder. We work with a standard template. So you as a company would have a standard postcard template that would have you're invited, some stock photos of your projects along with your logo on the front of the card, and on the back of the card the information will vary based on the event. The blog notification, just so you understand, the system automatically, for those everyone here has the ghostwriting, but for those of you who have ghostwriting, we will send a note to the blogger. She will then make sure you have 2 blog posts for the event. So anybody new that's landing on your site, they go to the home page, you have your index for your blog, and they will be able to get to the RSVP page as well. The pre-event, after people have registered 3 days before the event, we're going to send them out a reminder and a link for more information, and we'll do that again on 1 day out if they have not filled out the survey. The survey is 4 or 5 questions, and just ask them, hey, since you're coming, what information would you like me to have prepared for you? And again, that's normally about 30% of the people that have RSVP'd will fill that out. Whoever the lead or prospect or buyer owner, whoever they are assigned to at your company as far as a salesperson, they will get the notification that they have an action request and also an email. In the post-event, after you have had the event, you're going to go back in, you are going to complete an enrollment report, just check off who came to the event, add in any walk-ins that did not RSVP, and then you're going to save that, and then that will automatically send out the thank you email along with another survey. So it's another opportunity if somebody slipped through the cracks that they can fill out another 4 or 5 question survey, and then you can follow up appropriately. And then the center details is just that salespeople are assigned to leads and prospects. All right, so let's keep moving here. So we're going to get into the pre-event process right now. So some of you have the help desk set up in your system, like NIH. This is the help desk icon. For those of you that don't, we're going to be adding it shortly. So instead of emailing Adriana details of the event, we would like you to submit it through the help desk. And there's 2 advantages to that. Number 1, there's a record of it. And number 2, we are hiring additional staff people, and Adriana will be delegating to them. And so the help desk system is going to help us run all that. So when you click on this icon, it's going to open up. Go back here. It's going to open up this particular screen where you see the issue management for the help desk. What you will do is you will see your company listed here. You're going to click on New Item. So click on New Item inside the help desk. Once I do that, I just go ahead and I'm going to put, this is an event name right here. Whoever you are, the requester. You see I'm logged in as Rick Storley. So if I click on Contact, I will just be there. So your name, whoever you're logged in on, you'll just pick your name. Now, on issue type, you see issue type, we're going to select Event Management. And then if you want to, a priority on this, if you want to put a high priority, if you want to, say it's critical or whatever like that, you can certainly do that. But again, we're asking this to be done 20 days in advance. So please don't submit this 10 days in advance. It will not work. It's not, the system just will not work. And so in order to get everything to function properly, for you to get the maximum attendance and the return on investment, it's got to be 20 days in advance. Here in the summary is where you're going to fill out this information. So we have our date and time, our start time and end time, and our exact location. And please check the location on Google Maps first. Please check the location on Google Maps. If the lot is too new or the street address is too new, then you're going to have to give us the closest intersection on a Google map. So this is the information we need. Okay, any questions so far? All right, if you have them, just interrupt me. We're going to go to the next step here. Okay, so we're continuing with preparation. Then we want to put together the 3 to 5 features and benefits for the attendees. So remember, focus on design, focus on location, focus on cool products or features or color schemes. I think one of the best things you can use, especially if you have model homes, and this is going to be an open house, say for one of your customers, is to focus on things that you normally wouldn't find in your model home that these people added. So really cool, unique, one-of-a-kind things that'll draw more people to your project. Now for photos, we'd like to get 3 photos. We need 3 photos of the project. And just as an FYI, if this is a pre-sold project and we're 20 days out and it's still in the ugly duckling stage, just give us substitute photos of a similar home or project. We do not have to show the exact project. It's not a problem. If it's a model home or it's a home that's been up for a while, like for remodeling, then you can use the actual project photos. But don't get hung up on that. Don't let that slow the process down. And Adriana and Runa, I was going to ask you, for the photos, is there any way to attach a file to this help desk? And Runa, maybe you can find out and get back to me. I don't know that there is right now on this screen.
It is, but not on this screen. It is on the overview screen where once you submit one new item, you can always go back. So in here, for example, you don't have any new item here.
How about if I just go into, I can pull some items here.
Okay. And in here we have, I'm not sure right now, but if you can click on that edit little icon.
Takes me back to the same screen I was on.
No, it's not showing up. But the last time I was able to go to the main screen and re-edit that item, make some more edits to that.
Okay. Well, would you make a note, please, for Darius to see if we can add, add the information like attachments here, or photos, so we can upload them right to here.
Yes, yes, I know that there's in the system, but we need to find out to make it visible.
Right, exactly. So we'll upload we'll have a link here where you can upload your photos. Then, last but not least, notes for your distribution list. Who do you want to invite? By default, all your leads and your prospects will be invited. But some of you also want to invite past customers. Some of you want to invite realtors, perhaps your sphere of influence. You need to make a note of all the different stages you want to invite. And I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do it. I would just leave that up to you individually. I know, like, if you look at Jeremy from NIH, I think they just invite absolutely everybody in their database to every event. And Star, do you have any feedback on that? Are you inviting more than just leads and prospects?
No.
Just leads and prospects, because you're capping it at 10, right?
I am. I'm thinking about increasing that a little bit. It means we have a little bit of employee to back me up now. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about increasing it to 15 and then maybe to 20, but I don't know. That's
okay. And Yvonne, you're dealing with events where you're getting like 40 to 50 people there. Are you inviting more than just leads and prospects?
It depends upon what the event is. On our construction tours, I invite maybe 50 at the most. So I go through and cull the people that I really want to have come.
I see. Okay, which is a great idea. The email is only going to get you so far. Postcards only get you so far. Picking up the phone, sending a text is going to make a huge impact. And so make sure that you are, and I have this in notes here, that you are inviting your A's and B's via phone.
Can I make a comment?
No, I'm sorry. We're out of time.
I know. I knew that would be the answer. You're very predictable now. So when it comes to Facebook, we are as a high priority working on the ability to select out the people that are subscribing to one particular Facebook project, because of course those are tied in to an open house. So the Facebook basically dovetails into an open house. So you should also put on, if you want Facebook followers to be invited, and we'll do that on our side.
So I should just make a note here. Contacts.
Yeah, that's right. Contacts for a particular Facebook project. And since I already have the word, I talked to Darius, and in terms of alerting salespeople for RSVP, that alert goes out immediately when someone RSVPs. The alert goes out immediately to the salesperson and gives the salesperson the ability to follow up. There is no other alert going out later.
Then I have it done. I have it documented correctly. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the pre-event process. I'm going to go in now, and so how to edit email content. Remember, how do you get to your events? You're going to go to communication, and you're going to go to maintain events. And so I'm looking at, this is a old event of NIH Homes here, and so all of the content, as far as email reminders, lead invitations, all those things are on this review content section. So if I want to edit a particular email, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the magnifying glass right here. I'll see the content on the email, and then if I want to edit that, I click on Edit HTML and Text Content, which is right up here. And then this takes me into, the normal email editor. And remember, don't mess around with these substitutions. Just, you can edit, obviously, the text that is not a substitution. And also you have the ability to, I think you have the ability, up here. You can edit the subject line as well, but be careful with that, editing those things. I put together all these subject lines, and we're having good success with them right now. So if you do want to make changes, just make sure that you are tracking your results as far as testing. You can go into your email opens, and you can check and see if you change the subject line, what was the open rate for this versus one that had a different subject line. Don't change it without testing it. Okay, so now we're going to continue with the pre-event process. Okay, this is just more information. I should open this up again. So we can update the sender's information. We can update the email. Again, if you want to have a reply to email in here, let's just say you want to add that it gets your sales manager, owner, salesperson, whoever, anybody outside of who the from and email name wants the reply to go to. You can add that in here as well. But keep in mind, there's 4 emails going out. There's also 2 reminder emails prior to the event. So there's 6 different emails that if you want another particular person to get the reply to, that you would have to go in and add their name. And then I edit the email content. Okay, any questions on this now, the ability to edit the emails? I hear crickets. All right, now for the new sending options, we are going to, I'm not even going to go into this right now because I'm not sure. I think, do I go into here, Adriana, for the sending options? Is that this icon?
The first one, no, it's the third icon.
Right here.
The first is for the sending, the next one is to review and edit, and yes.
Okay, so for those of you,
the option
so now we're looking at, it's called a rules engine, and we're going to go and we're going to clean this up some more. But this is where you would pick a different rules engine if you, again, you wanted to control the customer list this is going out to. So in other words, if you want to send it out to more than leads and prospects, owners, realtors, buyers, contacts, that sort of thing, is you would be able to go in to do this. So I put a note on here, don't do this without getting trained how to do it first. And Runa, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe that we're going to go through and clean this up So only the rules engines for like our stages will be in here.
Yeah, we need to simplify it. Yes.
Okay. All right. So don't do that right now. Just let Adriana know, and she will pick this. But this is something as part of the more the do-it-yourself functionality that will be coming down the road here in the next update. All right. We will keep moving. All right. So now I'm going to look at the enrollment report. So again, I'm back in looking at this particular event here, and I've got where I can review the content. I just came from that. I've got an enrollment report, and I've got a completion report. So I'm going to go into the enrollment report right now. And this was a test, so there's only a couple of enrollees in here. Okay, now what I can do in here is I can review the current registrations. Again, so what's going to happen is when somebody RSVPs, the salesperson they're assigned to will get an immediate email. And so as soon as a salesperson gets that, they need to text or call or email and say, hey, we got your registration, looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Very, very important they reach out and do that to people that have stood out. And then I think per Yvonne's idea is, and that's number 3 here, is call, text, or email any A or B prospects that have not RSVP'd an invite. So again, A's and B's, remember, they're not in the nurturing program. We are assuming that the salespeople are following up with them daily, weekly, and monthly. A's and B's should be daily and weekly, and A should be daily and weekly, B should be monthly. So anybody that of your hot prospects that have not RSVP'd, get on the horn and call them. Anybody that RSVPs right away, confirm that RSVP via email, text, or call. And then we want to review who submitted the pre-event survey. So again, once somebody submits a survey, I am going to get another notification email to say, hey, this person says that they're interested in the design library or financing information or home sites or, products that you have in the home or something like that. But they're going to go ahead and they're going to get an email notification, and it's going to show up in the action plan. So once they get that email notification, all the details of that survey will be on there, or they can access it from the action plan. Go in, check it out, get back to them and say, hey, got your note. I will go ahead and have that information prepared. And here's a tip, good tip from Jeremy Skolquist at NIH. Jeremy prepares just enough to get an appointment. So in other words, do not go overboard with this preparation, but prepare just enough to get an appointment. So if you're interested in a particular floor plan, have a copy of the floor plan there, but don't give it to them. Controlled release of information. So keep that in mind. You don't have to go overboard and bring your entire portfolio of plans to the event. Again, we've already reviewed number 3. 24 to 48 hours, you need to be, anybody that has RSVP'd, you're going to go ahead and do another email or text reminder. So even though you've already reached out to them once to say, hey, I got the registration, you're going to reach out to them again 24 to 48 hours prior to the event. So you have the event on a Saturday, do it Thursday and Friday. You have the event on Sunday, do it Friday and Saturday. And confirm it and say, hey, looking forward to seeing you. And if anything changes, whatever, find out. Because some people are going to say, oh, thanks for calling. Yes, something came up. We can't make it. Hey, no problem. When's a good time we can get together since this time doesn't work for you? And you can go ahead and try to convert that person into a one-on-one appointment. Any questions here on pre-event process? All right, day of event process. Now, I've got a link on here for some more information in Game Day Coaching. I have a whole section in Game Day Coaching, if you didn't know about it, on events. But I'm just going to make some general notes. For staffing, I think the 1 in 10 formula works pretty good. So if you've got 10 attendees there, you should have 1 person there. If you have 30, 40 people registered, you need to get 3 or 4 people there. Food and drinks, I really don't think are necessary. Because people are coming to see the home. And even if it's a grand opening for a model home, maybe do something light, but certainly not for a pre-sold open house because your clients are going to want it there anyway. Pre-event surveys, you've got to make a notation. So when you go to the enrollment report, which is right here, the people that have RSVP'd. So I can go ahead, I can print this screen, or I can go over here and I can create a CSV file. But I would suggest creating a CSV file, which is just an Excel spreadsheet, printing that out, and having people check off, their name as they come in. Always make a notation on there who has taken the pre-event survey. Because if you had 10 people RSVP, roughly 3 will take the survey, and those 3 are the people you need to focus on. Those 3 are the most likely to convert to an A or B prospect. So focus on those people. And then I've got the link I'm going to put right on here to Game Day Coaching. I have it pulled up right here. It's called Shoestring Advertising Results, or Shoestring Advertising to Deliver Results. And we have 12 steps for pulling out the perfect event. We have another one on here for realtors. If you're doing realtor events, and we will have a realtor module installed into the event management system as well. And then this is just all sorts of different notes, sample postcards and things on that pre-sold, remodeling or open house. So great resource section for you here. Any other questions on this page? You guys are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All right, now we're going to go to the post-event process. So once the event is completed, I'm going to log back in to maintain events. I will pull up the event I just had. I'm going to click on event completion. And now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to check off everyone that attended. And if I have somebody new, I'm going to click on new participant, a walk-in. I'm going to put their name in here and then complete that. Once that is completed, I will go ahead and I'm going to save these changes, and then what will happen is that they are going to get a follow-up email, and that email is just more or less going to say, hey, thanks for coming to the event. What did you think of the home? I'll show you what it looks like right now. Great seeing you at the open house. So glad you could make it. We offer these events. You can see other people are incorporating it in their own homes. Did you get any ideas? You find anything you like? Or you're still looking for something you haven't found yet? Could I ask a favor? Tell me what you thought of the home. So they click on here. Here's the survey. What are your favorite design ideas? What are your least favorite? How would you rate this home for a style and design you'd consider from 1 to 5? What other information do you want? Anything else you want to tell me? Submit. Again, this goes right back to the salesperson that they're assigned to, and they should be watch for those event surveys and follow up appropriately. So they should keep an eye out for those. They'll get an email and it will go into the action plan. You've just completed an event. Congratulations. So that is the end of my checklist, kind of how-to guide. I'll open up for questions right now. Anybody that wants to make a comment or a question, and we'll try to answer it right now.
Rick, are you just sending that how-to guide out to us to have on file, or is that going to be somewhere in Ubix when we're creating this event? I'm
going to put it in the Game Day Coaching into where all the resources are for premium clients. So it'll be in there along with this recording of this training session. So you guys will have the link there to it, and you'll be able to access it anytime and download it. Other questions from anyone? Comments? Thoughts?